That's a freaking bogus ass charge and you f***ing know it.
You did it, not me.
No, I didn't do anything. I got out of the vehicle.
There's a saying that goes headstrong but dead wrong. And no other profession is that more apparent than running into people who push the limit so far that they argue with the officer all the way through the stop, straight into handcuffs and directly to jail. This is one of those.
Dispatch received.
So right here, I just want you to take a look at something that's really interesting from a car stop. And officers who are aware, look at this. You can see the driver and how intently they are looking back at the officer. Another reason why I prefer the passenger side approach, although you can see them in the other mirror, I just take note of how intently they're watching me during my approach. And then most officers who are sharp do the same.
Hi, how can I help you?
How's it going? Deputy Construed, the sheriff's office. I'm just stopping you for the stop sign there at Walnut. You just kind of rolled straight through it, okay? I don't know why to get hit. People ride bikes and stuff through here, okay?
I rolled through the stop sign?
Yeah, like pretty blatantly.
Okay, I don't recall doing that at all.
That's fine. I watched you do it. You have your license, registration, and insurance?
Yeah, I do.
The positioning again, back behind the B pillar, I'm always going to mention it because to me, it's not tactically advantageous, especially now she's digging inside of her purse. What is she reaching for? We don't know.
I'll show you my license. I don't ever let anyone hold it.
Well, I need it, so.
I'm required to show it to you.
Okay, I need it so I can go run your information.
There's my information,
Okay,
right?
Give me your driver's. I'm not doing this.
Sir,
ma'am,
I'm
listen,
not
listen
required
to me. Listen
to
to me. Listen to me.
No, sir.
I
am not required to
Stay.
give it.
314, 769.
This is definitely going poorly. From a tactical perspective, I'd like to mention that the officer walked with his back completely, never kept his eye on this aggressive person who's driving. Can we do both? Can we walk and look and keep an eye on this person? I've mentioned this in videos before. From a tactical perspective, want to keep an eye on a person and make it feel uncomfortable that we keep our back to them for any extended period of time.
Talk to me.
She's refusing to give me her ID, so she doesn't have to give it to me. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes.
You want me to talk to her?
Nah, I mean, you try. She's just, I don't know why
That's
she did.
fine. I mean, he can look at the information, but
Can you hand me your
no,
your
sir,
documents,
I don't.
They're on the phone, dial a defense, and we've seen that the dial a defense gives horrible advice.
Here's my license. Here's my.
Can you hand me your license
I will
as well?
not hand you my license. I am not required to hand
so-
you in your hand
Okay, so
my license.
listen, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen is I'm going to call for a supervisor and he's going to tell you that you're going to give me your license. Got it?
No,
Okay.
sir.
And
I
so
won't.
for the time being, because
With
listen
all
to me.
due respect,
listen
sir.
to me. Listen to me.
No, sir.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
sir.
All right, step
No,
out.
sir.
Step out, please.
No, no,
yes,
sir.
Step out.
Excuse me.
Step out, please.
No, sir.
Yes, you are uncooperative. I would like you to exit your vehicle.
Yes, I don't want
Ma'am.
to talk to you.
Okay.
I'll speak to him.
This is my
okay?
traffic stop.
I don't
need you-
care. You don't.
I need you to step out. Yes.
You'll just have to wait a second.
No, I
Okay?
don't. It's not on your timing. It's on mine.
No, it's not,
There's
sir.
United States case law, Pennsylvania versus Mims.
I don't care what
Listen,
that
okay,
is.
you're going to go to jail for resisting if you don't get out of your car.
What am I under arrest for?
314. Can you have a supervisor now?
What am I under
So
arrest for?
just hear me out for a second.
I am.
He's asked you to step out of the vehicle. Whether you agree with it or not, that's a lawful command, okay? So,
What?
if you step out and comply, we can, wrap this up. It probably would even been a warning. He probably wouldn't even give you whatever he pulled you over
Okay,
for.
This is. Can I say something?
Of course, go ahead. I'll hear you
He
out.
asked for my driver's license. I showed it to him. I know for a fact that I'm not required by law to give it to him in his hand.
So, where's your driver's license currently?
My driver's license is right here.
Okay.
That's my driver's license. I showed it to him.
Okay.
Because I'm driving a motor vehicle, I'm required to show you my license if you ask for it.
Do you mind if I get that?
But I don't have to give it to you. I don't ever hand anybody original documents in their hand.
Okay. Do you mind if I get your license so I can run you?
There it is right there. I'll show it to you. There's my license right there. There's my name right there.
Okay, so-
I'll show it to you, but I don't ever hand it over. I've lost licenses that way,
Okay.
and I don't do that
As soon as you hand it
anymore.
over, I'll give it right back, okay?
Sir, I don't hand.
It's probably just going to be a warning and we'll get you out of here, but you're making this
I'm
more
just
difficult.
saying, I don't hand.
Okay.
I don't hand my
All right,
documents
so
over.
at this point, I'm asking you to step out of the vehicle, okay?
Okay, and
so,
I will.
So go ahead and step out
But-
right now at this moment, because
Okay, but you do
I've
not-
tried the nice approach,
You
and now
don't
you're
have
not listening.
permission to touch anything in my vehicle.
Okay.
I need your license.
So
You
go ahead
don't
and step
have
out, or I'm going to pull you out of the vehicle at this point.
So listen.
I'm gonna step out, but you don't have permission
Listen,
to touch
can
anything
I
in my
explain? Can I
vehicle.
explain something to you very fast?
What's that?
So listen, I am very knowledgeable in this, okay? If you let me talk, I will let you talk. There's United States case law, Pennsylvania versus Mims. If you are ordered to exit your vehicle on a traffic stop by a law enforcement officer, you must do so.
I'm going to exit my vehicle.
Okay.
But you don't have permission to touch anything in my vehicle. Nothing.
When my supervisor gets here, I'll be getting your driver's license.
No, you won't, sir. It's in my vehicle.
I'm going to ask you to stand right there on the hood of that vehicle, okay?
So this is something good that I'd like to mention. The backup officer, he attempted to de-escalate the situation, and sometimes handing it off to another officer, if you get off to a bad start with a person, is a tool that police can utilize. And if it can de-escalate the situation, good. This lady's being very obtuse. She's wrong in everything she's saying because it's clear. In fact, I look at the back of a Florida driver license, a valid one. It says, the state of Florida retains all property rights herein. And the last revision on the most recent license that I'm seeing, March 1st of 2020. This occurred after that. So the license that a person has is actually property of the state. The officer's acting on behalf of the state. The words that she's getting caught up in is present the license, which is a semantics argument that I presented by just showing. I mean, is this like a hill that you want to die on? Is this an argument you want to make to give the officer your license? It doesn't make sense that adults act this way.
You don't have permission.
Do you have any weapons on your person?
No, I don't.
What?
No, I do not.
Okay.
You don't have permission to touch anything in my vehicle.
Is that your car?
Yes, it is.
So, I just want to start fresh here. I feel like we got off on the back foot. What's your reasoning for not wanting to give your license?
I never hand over original documents to anybody. I carry copy. I don't have the copies with me, but I have paper copies of things that I'll show you, but I will not hand.
Is there a reason?
Yes, because I've lost things that way before.
Okay. You lost them though, not us, right?
I have lost original documents by handing them over before. I will not do that again.
So what's that in his hand right there? Those not original documents?
No, those are papers. I can get more of those. I have more of those.
But they're original documents.
They're copies.
It's clear this woman is confused about what her rights actually are in this situation. Just like how every year countless people find themselves confused when trying to find the right Medicare plan that works for them, which is exactly why Chapter was created. Because if you've ever dealt with Medicare, you already know how overwhelming it can be. And as a result, possibly millions of people are on the wrong plan without even knowing it. However, with Chapter, you get access to independent salary-based advisors who will walk you through all your options so you can make the best decision for your situation. The call to them is completely free and it only takes about 20 minutes. Plus, on average, Chapter saves seniors around $1,100 per year. So call Chapter today at 844-533-6078. That number again, 844-533-6078. And the call won't cost you anything.
The DMV didn't personally hand you that piece of paper and say, this is your registration.
Yeah, I think that, and that's fine. I can get another one of those, but government issued things like cards.
You can also get another license.
No, I won't do it. No, sir. I know for a fact I'm not required to hand an officer my driver's license. I have to show it to you.
Do you read case law?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you know the case law for this?
I don't know it off the top of my head, but I can find it quickly.
Okay.
So this officer is doing so many good things to try to de-escalate. He's being extraordinarily patient with this lady. He even used, may we start over again, which is phenomenal to de-escalate a situation. But she doesn't want to start over. She wants to keep on the same track. But in fairness, I have to say that I have accidentally held on to people's driver license before. And I'm not saying this is in her defense. And I know other cops have done it before. It's not a reason to not give an officer your license.
I'm just saying, I know what my rights are.
100%. Yeah, I know your rights too. I'm certified in the state of Florida as an LEO officer. I know rights, I know case law, I know everything.
That's excellent. Because right now,
so I just don't understand.
He's violating my rights right now.
Yeah?
Yes.
Explain to me how.
He's saying, first of all, he lied to me, saying that I have to hand my license over. No, I don't. I don't have to give it to him in his hand. He wants to get mad. I didn't
ask for your opinion. I asked how your rights are being violated.
I just told you it's not an opinion. It's a fact. That it's okay.
Okay. I'm sorry you feel that way about how whatever you got going on with your original documents, but that's unfortunately not how it goes.
I know what the law is.
Okay. Hey,
I know I don't have to.
A lot of people do think they know the law, and
I have to show it. I don't have to give it to him in his hand. If they ask for anything of mine, a passport, a driver's license, I'll show you soft copies or I'll show you paper copies. Nobody gets the original.
Okay.
You want to run it? There's the information on my driver's license right there.
Right.
Type it in your computer, run it. But I don't have to give it to you to take back to your car, sit there in front of your computer. No, I don't have to do that.
Okay. That's your opinion. Do you get pulled over often?
No, I don't.
Okay, what'd you get pulled over for today?
He's saying that I ran a stop sign or I don't know what he's saying. He's saying that I rolled through a stop sign. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
That's fine.
So I still haven't heard anything that would violate your rights. I'm still not tracking on that aspect.
I'll get a lawyer and the lawyer will deal with that.
Okay. Because you're saying your rights are violated because he's saying he has to get your license, right? Is he in possession of your license?
No, but he's threatening me with arrest if I don't hand it to him.
Well, that's not what the arrest threat was for, and he didn't make any threats. He stated that you would be arrested if you didn't step out of the vehicle.
This is all caught on your body cam,
100%.
so it'll get sorted out.
You would have been arrested if you didn't step out of the vehicle, is what he said.
Okay, well, I'm here right now.
Right, so here we are. You're here. Your rights have not been violated. He doesn't have your license.
You can say that for the camera, but whatever. We'll deal with it in court if we have to. I'm good with it.
100%.
What exactly are we waiting for here?
What do you mean?
What are we waiting for here?
You're detained for the duration of the stop.
Okay,
so
yes.
my partner's done conducting his business. You're not free to leave. That's what we're
Okay,
waiting
so
for.
I'm detained, and you can only detain me for like 20 minutes unless you're going to arrest me.
You were
and then I'm
detained
free to
since
go.
you were stopped, yeah.
Okay, so we're about 15 minutes into
I'm
it.
assuming you know that case law too, right?
Okay, she's 100% wrong. There is a U.S. Supreme Court case, U.S. versus Sharp, with an E on the end, and this U.S. Supreme Court has ruled very clearly that there's no bright line time limit on how long the officers can stop a person during their investigation. However, they have to be diligently pursuing their investigation and not prolonging it for anything other than that investigation. There's another case that's interesting to know as well, Rodriguez versus U.S., which means that if the police pull a person over, for example, a traffic violation, and they're writing them a citation, they can't prolong that stop or go on a fishing expedition by like getting canine out to extend the time of the stop. The stop is as long as it takes to write that citation, and they can't divert from that time to try to extend it for a canine unit to arrive to start a new collateral investigation. So 2 cases to check out, the Sharp case and the Rodriguez case. Very interesting reads. The time and the investigation, diligent, can extend them.
I don't have to answer that. I'm not going to answer that. Does it take that long to run a tag, to run my name? Because that's all he's doing in there. I don't know what else we're waiting for here. I need to be on my way.
Can you turn around and place your hands behind your back, please?
What am I being arrested
You're
for?
under arrest for resisting.
Resisting.
Yes,
What?
ma'am.
What am I charged with?
Resisting, ma'am.
That's
Obstruction
it?
law enforcement. Yes, ma'am.
Put your hands together like you're praying.
I'm
Like
being
you're praying,
charged
so
with
Put them
resisting.
together so they're more
together so they're
comfortable.
comfortable.
Let go of them. Just put them together.
So what's my original charge?
I just
Because
told you, resisting obstruction.
if I'm resisting, then I have to be charged with, I have to be arrested for something, and I was resisting.
I don't know who educated you, but that is not even close to correct. Do you have anything on you, any weapons or anything like that?
No.
Okay. We're going to tow your vehicle.
How was I resisting?
I gave you multiple lawful commands to exit your vehicle.
And I did.
But can I finish a sentence ever?
Go ahead.
I gave you multiple lawful commands to provide me your driver's license and exit your vehicle, in which you told me no numerous times.
I said no to my driver's license. I exited the
You can explain your
vehicle.
report. I tried to make that easy.
Yes.
Where are those belong?
I'd like to roll up the window to my vehicle.
We're towing you.
So let me explain a little bit of what I believe her confusion is. And I'm not 100% sure, but I've heard this before, where a person's like, how are you arresting me for resisting arrest? You have to tell me what I was arrested for first, because I can't resist arrest if I'm not arrested. The confusion that people have is when they hear resisting, they think it means that the elements have to be from an arrest. Sometimes in certain jurisdictions, the elements are an obstruction type of the officer's investigation, and those two ride together. So the arrest part is what the person is getting confused with. She thinks she has to be arrested when it's more of the obstruction interference stuff, which were the elements of her not cooperating with the officer's initial investigation. That is my belief, and many times people get confused in there.
So we're going to be doing an inventory search to make sure there's nothing valuable inside before the tow truck driver gets here.
Okay, well they cannot search my vehicle without my permission.
We don't need your permission because we're towing it and you are placed. Can I speak? Because you are under arrest and we are towing your vehicle, per our policy, we are required to conduct an inventory search of your vehicle to make sure there's nothing of value in there that the tow truck or wherever can ultimately become missing or stolen later. That's why we are required to do an inventory search.
So, would you like any belongings to take to the jail? That's going to be the last time I ask.
Valuables or things that could be potentially dangerous, hazardous materials as well. If they put in a tow yard, could blow up, cause a fire. Those are kind of the main reasons for those inventory searches.
I'm trying to be nice.
You want your phone, your wallet?
Yeah, I'll take my whole purse. I'll take... Actually, you know what? Who's going to do the search of my vehicle? Excuse me, officer. Excuse me, officer. Get out of my vehicle, please. Excuse me, officer. Get out of my vehicle, please.
All right, so you're going to get your purse and your phone.
Actually leave it in my vehicle. Put my stuff back. You don't have permission to go in my vehicle.
She doesn't want to take
Put my stuff back.
Okay. Do you have anything on you at all? It doesn't look like you have pockets.
I'm not going to even answer that question again.
So,
I've already answered
I'm
it.
going to just let you know. If they find anything on your person,
I already know that. I know that. Okay.
Listen real quick. I'm going to pat you down with the back of my hand to prevent any type of groping or anything like that, okay?
There's supposed to be a female officer here.
We do
for
not
that.
have one anywhere near here. So that's why I am going to pat you with the back of my hand to make sure you have nothing on you sharp. That's all it is. I'm not going into you. Clearly don't have.
You guys are really crooked and corrupt.
No, it's knowledgeable.
No.
It's okay. It's okay to not have knowledge in a certain area. That's why we try to educate.
You know nothing about me.
You're right.
Nothing at all.
You know everything. Go ahead and hop in.
So sometimes back of the hand, some departments suggest to use an object just to brush the outer parts of the clothing. Obviously not a penetration type, but just over the outer areas where a person could potentially have a weapon.
Yeah, he needs to get out of my vehicle. He's doing an illegal search of my
He's
vehicle.
doing an inventory search.
No.
Inventory, so when the tow truck comes, you want to grab that so they don't break?
They need to get out of my vehicle. I have said on your body cam multiple
Can you turn your
times.
face so I can grab your
They
glasses?
do not have permission to get in my vehicle.
All right. Well, you're going to the green roof inn instead.
I hope you didn't turn that camera off. I hope that you're watching it. I hope that all of that's on. They are conducting an illegal search of my vehicle right now. I said multiple times they do not have permission to search my vehicle, and they're doing it anyways. This is the most corrupted sheriff's office and officers I have ever encountered in my entire life. It's absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
You want these sunglasses?
You just conducted an illegal search of my vehicle. I hope that dash cam... Yeah, I do.
To come with you or the car?
You know what? Put everything in my car. You don't have the right to touch anything in my vehicle. Nothing at all. You people are disgusting. You're absolute crooks. You're disgusting. This is all going to court. Every single bit of it. You people are disgusting. You're disgusting. You're wrong. You are absolutely corrupt. You guys are corrupt as
All right. Oh, crap. You want this in the car too, right?
You are so corrupt. You just violated my rights like You people are dirty as
Yeah, I don't know if you learned your rights.
Nah, you're dirty as
I don't know if you learned it from like TikTok or something, but that.
With all due respect, I have family members in this agency. You people are dirty as
All right. Whatever you say.
Okay?
I'm gonna
No.
close this.
Go ahead, close it. I don't want to see your ugly face.
She has no chill. She doesn't even slow down. She just keeps on this way, and it gets even worse when they get to jail.
I'm checking. Your name, Christine?
Dirty ass. I'm not answering any of your questions.
All right.
You deserve to be on the other side of these bars. That's a freaking bogus ass charge, and you freaking know it.
You did it, not me.
No, I didn't do anything. I got out of the vehicle.
You're right.
I got out of the damn vehicle.
You're
I don't
correct.
have to give you my license.
All right.
I'm not gonna give it to you.
Okay.
I'll show it to you. Type in the information in your computer.
All right.
Okay?
You're
You want to
correct.
arrest me because I didn't get out of the vehicle the first time you asked me to?
You're correct.
You are f***ed up.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know I am. Dirty ass.
Have you been arrested before?
I'm not answering any of your questions. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. I want a lawyer.
I know that one. That's good.
Low down, dirty, lying sacks of shit. All of you.
All right.
Right. And I think you know it. I don't know how you sleep at night, but you're going to pay for everything. All of your misdeeds in this life, you're going to pay for all of them.
Yeah, I know.
You're sick as
Don't commit crimes.
I didn't commit a crime. You're the one that's committing a crime.
Yeah, you're right.
Is that all you got?
No, that's all you want to.
Sick.
That's what you want to hear. You're
That's
right.
all you are sick.
You're right.
You're sick as telling me not to commit crimes. I'm a law-abiding citizen. You are a dirty, crooked, corrupted cop.
I know you're right.
That is what you are.
You're right.
I know damn well I am. Go ahead, smirk and laugh about it. Karma's a
bitch.
Yeah.
So now, if you don't hand over your license, even if you show it to him, which is your only requirement and obligation, if you don't hand it over to them, they'll get pissed and then they'll make up some charge to arrest you just because you pissed them off. Nice. I bet you feel real good about yourself.
Well, I actually didn't want to arrest you, to be honest.
Then why did you?
Because you resisted.
Because you thought I was being a little bitch? Because I didn't resist, so don't lie and say I did. It's all on camera.
You're correct. Absolutely correct.
Good.
You're absolutely
Because I didn't resist.
You're right.
When you're trying to arrest somebody and they resist, that's resisting.
Not true.
Yes, true.
That's incorrect. I don't know where you got that.
Resisting what? Resisting your freaking order to hand over my license?
Exactly. There you go.
No, I don't have to hand you my license. I showed it to you.
Alrighty.
I don't have to give it to you. That's my personal property.
Alrighty.
I'm not gonna give it to you.
Alright.
I didn't even have to have my window rolled down. I could have just held my license up to the glass.
Okay. I guess you didn't see what happened last time someone did that.
Do you think I care? What are you gonna do? Break the glass to my car and rip me out?
Exactly, yes.
No, we don't live in a fascist country just yet.
Alright, you're right.
Not quite yet.
You're correct.
We're almost there.
You're correct.
You guys are dirty as dirty. Lowest of the f***ing low.
Ma'am, I'm gonna ask you questions before you come in. Are you currently intoxicated? Do you feel like you are?
Nope.
Alright, anything on you that you should not have, like a pocket knife, any needles, weapons of any kind, like guns, bullets, lighters, pills, powders, anything like that?
Nope.
Alright, if we do find something that you didn't just tell us about, it'll be an additional charge, but you said no, so that's good. Do you feel like killing yourself?
I'm not answering any more questions.
If you don't at least answer that question, we do have to put you in a suicide smock when you come in, so it would benefit you just to tell us if you are or are not feeling suicidal.
No.
Okay.
So do you. I remember you from last time.
This attitude never ever works. We saw the obstructing, resisting type charge that the officer mentioned that she was booked for, which is a misdemeanor. But then you get your car towed and all the stuff that you have to go through. And I looked at the timestamps and it looks like it was about 45 minutes from the time she got placed in the car to the time that she arrived at the jail. That's not a fun position to sit in. If you know someone who feels this way about interacting with law enforcement, send them this video. Because if you don't agree with something, there are places to do it. Not on the roadside. It's not a win. She got maxed out because of her attitude and because she was completely non-compliant. She earned that arrest. Do better. Look through the catalog of videos that we have because there's quite a bit of police information that you can learn from and discuss. And in the comment section, let me know if you think that she should have just gotten a ticket and been on her way, because they call this a pissing off the police type of situation where you piss off the police and they max you out on the charges because you didn't get along. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on the video on your screen for more content just like this.